Hey everyone, I'm back to tell you about the course syllabus. You can find the course syllabus on the Moodle site. It's at the very top. It says Course Information, and in that area there is a folder that says Syllabus Information. The document we're going to look at is the third one down, and it's labeled Course Syllabus. When you open it up, and it is required that you download and read this. This is really the most important document that we cover all semester. It tells you the rules and regulations of the class, what's expected of you, the distribution of points, and how your grades are figured out and when they'll be posted. So we'll start at the very top where it says Course Syllabus, Summer 2017. This lets you know that you're enrolled in ARTH 3, which is a survey class of Western art, beginning in prehistory, and we see the development of art right on through the Middle Ages. The instructor name, that would be me. My name is Dave Pluff, and you can call me Dave. I don't need emails that say Dear Mr. Pluff or anything like that. Dear Dave is great, and you can email me at david.pluff, and my last name is spelled P-L-O-U-F-F-E, at chafee.edu. And I do check my emails daily, so if you don't hear back from me for any reason for a couple of days, please email me again, and I'll make sure to get an answer to your question. Underneath the class information section on the syllabus, there's the section number. Please make sure you include the section number, or at least the last 2 digits of the section number, in your email or correspondence to me. That helps me focus in on what class you are taking. I teach several of these over the summer, and if you tell me that the quiz doesn't open, or if you tell me you can't download the study guide for a particular chapter, I really need to know which class section you're in. That way I can solve the problem super quick. The next is the course catalog description, which tells you basically what we're covering in this class. It's only 1 sentence long, and I don't even think it's a complete sentence. So I came up with a course overview that's a little bit more of what we cover in this class. And so this class covers the beginnings of human civilization right on to the 14th century. This survey of pre-modern art focuses on the context, people, and ideas that generated it, and we will also look carefully at what makes these works unique and how they create their meaning. In the process, students will learn how to make detailed visual observations of artworks and how to interpret such images for their various messages. The student learning outcomes, or the SLOs as they're more commonly known, are very important, and upon completion of the course, you should be able to demonstrate a broader knowledge of key artworks and architecture in their historical context, a comprehension of relevant art historical terms and analysis, and many of those are illustrated on the study guide for you, and also an understanding and appreciation for individual, social, and cultural diversity through the visual arts. Now, the required text for this book is Gardner's Art Through the Ages. It's the Western Perspective, and it is volume 1. So this is the book here. Make sure, again, if you buy it online, it is volume 1. It is the Western Perspective, and the edition number is the 14th edition. Now, the 15th edition just came out about a year ago, but the school hasn't adopted it yet. It's ungodly expensive. And so we're sticking with the 14th for now. When you look at the page numbers that I illustrate, whether on Moodle or on the lecture schedule, which we'll cover in another video, those refer to the 14th edition. Now, if you want to get an earlier edition, because once you drop down like to the 13th or 12th edition, you can pick up this book really inexpensively. And that's usually what I recommend. Even if you pay a little bit more for quicker shipping, it sure beats buying this book brand new. I think it's probably $120, $130 new. I always suggest getting it used. I always suggest getting an older edition just because it's more economical. And the material within it is so similar. It's just not worth getting a newer edition. If you have the means, absolutely. But for a quick 8-week summer class, I always buy the older edition myself. As far as attendance goes, remember that this is an online class, and with as cool as that is, not having to show up to a campus on particular days or particular times, a lot of people begin to get lazy. And, I can even tell that at how many people view my weekly videos. At the beginning, I have 50, 60, 70 students viewing videos, and by about week 7 or 8, man, it's, 30 of them, 30 students, 20 students are viewing the videos. And I realize there's a drop-off and everything. But it's really important to be consistent. So I usually recommend setting 2 nights a week during the summer, because we are covering a lot of material in a short period of time, in 3-hour blocks, just like you would be in a normal class. And that way you can kind of keep on task with both the reading and the assignments or projects that are due. So that it's really important that you check into Moodle every week, that you watch the videos, that you do the quizzes, and don't wait till Sunday night. I have a lot of students who do that, and if they run out of time or end up being sick on Sunday, it really messes them up. So please make sure, hit the projects early in the week, go through, watch the audio lectures, and definitely give them some time to download, because the audio lectures, they're only about 20 minutes long. It's still a large file, and it does take a while to download. The projects. We have 4 projects over this semester, and 3 of them go with kind of what I call an early civilization project that fulfills the GE writing requirements for the course. And I'll go over each of the projects in detail. The Moodle project is due this week. It's a very easy project. It's going to take you all of 5 or 10 minutes to do, and it's worth quite a bit of points. So that's the only thing besides the quiz that's due this week. Next week I'll start going over the other projects that are going to be due later in the semester. Make sure when you submit a file to me, if I ask for an essay or your early civilization project, it needs to be done in particular formats. Please upload them with either a Word document or a PDF. And if you send pictures, you want to send those in just a standard JPEG format would be fantastic. It just makes it a lot easier when I download them on my side through the Moodle system, and how I can view those and get them graded as quick as possible. And again, you're also going to want to have PowerPoint so you can watch the audio lectures every week. I don't do examinations in this class. I do weekly quizzes, and they're more bite-sized rather than having a midterm that's 150 points or a final that's 150 points. Quizzes on average are going to be about 30 points. We're going to do them every week, and some may be a little bit more, some may be a little bit less in terms of points depending on their difficulty. But I would rather keep you every week being consistent than not worrying about the class for 2 or 3 weeks, going to a midterm and trying to catch up in just a period of a couple of days, because it doesn't work that way. Here's the course breakdown as far as points go. The Moodle project, which is due this week, is 50 points. Really, really easy to do. And that's 10% of your overall grade. The Early Civilizations bibliography I'll go over next week. That's going to be another 50 points. The Early Civilizations artwork, 50 points. Don't worry about that yet. And again, if you're not artistically inclined, don't worry about it. It's very, very easy. And then the Early Civilizations paper, that's the written part for the GE requirement. That's 100 points or 20% of your grade. That's the most important thing we do during the semester. Your quizzes combined total are the other half of the point structure, 250 points total. The quiz this week is worth 30 points. The course itself has a total of 500 points, and here's the breakdown. If you get 450 points or more, that gets you into the A category. You can see the individual breakdowns of A+, A, and A-. 400 to 450 is the B category. 350 to 400 is the C. And then 300 to 350 is the D, and below 300 is an F. Extra credit. I do offer extra credit during the semester. There's one major project that you can do. It's not that major. It's a museum visit. That's worth usually about 20 points. I'll take a look at that point structure once I create the project itself. And again, that's something I'll probably go over next week to give you plenty of time to do that if you like. And a lot of people tend to wait till last minute to do it. That's fine too. But I do want to give you an opportunity to at least make up one of the quizzes if you miss it, or if you don't do as well as you thought you could have. Letter grades, they go into the registrar by August 3rd. Everything has to be done, and again, that's really quick. That's less than 60 days from today. And your grades will be viewable on August 4th. If there is ever a mistake on your grade, on your final letter grade, make sure to contact me immediately. No later this semester than August 18th. That gives you 2 weeks to take a look at your grade and get back to me, because within that short period of time, I can make the correction without any major issues. Anything later than that, it's really difficult, if not impossible, to change. So please make sure to check your grades as soon as they're posted. Make sure I have the correct grade down for you. Because this is an online class, a lot of you contact me via email. And email is an important communication tool, so you want to make sure you do use it correctly. Remember that this is a letter, not a text. Please write your name so I know who it's from, what class you're in, and of course the question that you have or comment about the class. And feel free to comment if you have any suggestions for the course. Definitely let me know, because the course changes every semester and every time I teach it. Please read through the academic integrity. That's very, very important. Art class content disclaimer. And Moodle, we've kind of already gone over in a previous video. So let me just read the art class content disclaimer real quick, and we'll do the lecture schedule and late policy in another video. The art class content disclaimer states that in the study of art, students can expect to encounter and critically appraise materials that may differ from and perhaps challenge familiar understandings, ideas, and beliefs. Art classes frequently include physical nudity, content and imagery that may be considered controversial, offensive, or in conflict with some ethical or religious beliefs. Diverse ideas will be discussed with civility and cooperation. Students are encouraged to meet with me to express specific concerns. And with that, I'll end this video, and I'll catch you in another one.